Oh, yes, thank you. Welcome back. We go straight into business. This is the second and final lap of the conversation on OKFM 99.5. We are here up to 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock will be our major news that runs up to 6:45. But in our studios, we have this distinguished personality, and he's going to introduce himself for the sake of the people who are viewing, so they know who they are listening to or who they are following on radio and via the social media. Sir, we'd like to say good evening, welcome. It's a pleasure having you in our studios.
Well, thank you for having me. I truly appreciate this opportunity.
Great. It's good to have you here again. Welcome to Liberia. Who are we talking to?
Who are you talking to? My name is Cooley Teddy Kimba Doe.
Okay.
I am one of the sons of the late President Samuel K. Doe, and I am a Liberian.
A Liberian. Once you mention the name Doe, there's no need to say you're a Liberian. How does it feel being back home?
It's a surreal feeling. I'll be honest with you. I've dreamed of this moment for a long time. The last time I was here was in 1990. I was 5 years old. So
5 years old?
5 years old. So to be back here is probably something that I won't realize until I go home and truly digest the experience of being back on soil.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're out of your life, where have you been? For 5 years, you left Liberia. We don't want to talk about the tragedy that happened, but you left Liberia at age 5. Where have you been all of this while?
So before we left Liberia, we were in Tucson for a little bit. Okay. When the war broke out, my father eventually passed away. We went to the Ivory Coast, and from the Ivory Coast, we were able to come to America, which we first started in New York. We're in Brooklyn, Flatbush. If you're familiar with the area, we stayed there for maybe a year or so before we finally relocated to what we call the DMV area. That's the DC, Maryland, Virginia region. Mm-hmm. So that's where I planted my roots in that region.
Give us a little bit of information about your professional background, what you are into. Then we come back to your vision for Liberia, because I know there is a reason for which you're back home. Yes, there is nowhere like home, and no matter what has happened, I know how the feeling looks like. But I mean, she's here, she's been here, you are back home, and it's good to have all of you. But just give us a little bit of information about your background, what are you into, what do you do?
Okay. Well, like any young African-American kid growing up in the DC area, everybody's goal is what? To be a professional athlete. You couldn't tell me I wasn't going to go to the NFL. That was my dream. That was my hope. That was my passion. I played high school football, did well. I walked on and earned a scholarship at West Virginia State University to play football. After I graduated, I was invited to the NFL Regional Combine, and had an opportunity to try out for the 32 teams where they send their scouts and different things like that, and I was able to try, but ultimately my agent kind of broke it down to me and said, "Listen, this is not for everybody. Yeah. You did well to get to this point, but
it's okay.
But it's okay. You did well. Tell your child you tried out. Tell your children you tried out." So that was the end of that. So I sat down and I said, I got my education to fall back on. What do I want to do? What do I, And then I landed an internship with Congressman Barney Franks. Mm-hmm. He was a representative for Massachusetts.
Okay.
So that's when I somewhat, became somewhat of a professional. Mm-hmm. And that's how it all started, with that internship with Congressman Barney Franks, representative from Massachusetts.
What did you do at the university? While they're playing soccer, and at a certain point in time, professional life could be cut short because your agent says it's not good for everyone. You got to try something else. Right. What did you study?
So I studied communications and public relations. Okay. That was something I was very passionate about. I did communications, and during my tenure at that university, I just keep on seeming to fall into some form of government. I was able to meet with Senator at the time, Joe Manchin, who was the senator of West Virginia, and we developed a relationship, and he kind of, would mentor me and just see how I was doing in school. So that was primarily my thing, besides the communication aspect.
Sorry, I'll have to go back a little bit.
Okay.
A lot of people are asking, who's your mother?
Who is my mother? My mother is the beautiful Howard Kimba, from Lofa County.
Oh, from Lofa.
She's from Lofa County.
Okay, that's good. Well, so you were back in Liberia. You are here. If we were to put you in a car to say drive and go back to Tucson, do you still remember the route?
Do I? Absolutely not. I do not remember the ride. I remember the village.
Yeah.
I remember bits and pieces of the village. I definitely don't remember the ride.
Do you still picture anything about the village?
You know what? The only thing
What you ate there? I mean,
the funny thing, the only thing that I really remember about the village is my grandpa Matthew, my father's dad. My mother, when he was older, obviously, my mother would take care of him, and I remember that he used to eat gari because he was older.
Oh.
So I remember he would be feeding.
are you joining sometimes?
Yeah, I'd be jumping on the bed, and he would, he was older. He would, my mom said, I get on his nerves, but that's what I remember most about.
Yeah, because you were too young. I mean, at 5. Yes, but you were back in Liberia, and the expectation is you will go back home. Yes. What is that good news you're here with?
Well, we are here to officially launch the SKD, Samuel K. Doe Legacy Foundation, in Liberia. And when I say we, I mean my siblings. I have siblings back home. My sister Silu is here with me now, but I have other siblings back home, and we decided after His Excellency President Boyka so graciously, had the reburial for my father. That really united us, and I can't thank the president enough for doing that. Him taking the time and having the mindset, letting God lead him to do something like that. He has no idea what he's done for our family. How close we've become since that.
How much grateful are you?
How great you can't put into words. You can't put into words. We hope to meet with him, and I hope I'm not taking the cat out of the box by speaking to. You know what? We're gonna keep that under wraps for a little bit. We're gonna keep that under wraps a little bit.
Okay.
But we're extremely grateful.
Why have you started the Samuel K. Doe Foundation? Why at this time?
The good book says that everything is a time and is a season. When we, in the early stages, we were kind of in the background, and all my siblings, we had our respective lives, our respective careers back home, and we were very, successful. But with this reburial, it ignited something in us. And we talk about legacy. Mm-hmm. And we said, we want to honor our father. How can we honor our father? Through servitude. Let's start this foundation. Let's go back to Liberia, not asking for anything, not asking for recognition, not asking for money, not asking for any of those things. Let's show the Liberian people what our father was about. And what's the best way to do that? Servitude. So we decided to start this foundation, use our own expertise, our own careers, and give back, taking money out of your own pocket. Not ask at this particular juncture, not really doing too many fundraising events. Nothing. Everything that we plan on doing, which I'm sure we'll get into a little bit later, everything that we plan on doing has come straight from the pockets of the siblings.
You and your siblings.
Me and my siblings.
Okay.
So that is why we're here. We're here not to start controversy, not to look for notoriety, look for power, none of that. We want to first come down, assess the area, talk to the people. What is it you need? What is it you need? And how can we help? That's it. That's it. How can we help? That's it.
Where exactly are we talking about? Who could be the beneficiaries of this foundation that you are pushing to be a legacy of your father who served the country?
You know what? That's a great question, and I'm going to pivot slightly to something that I wanted to start with.
Let's hear that.
And it's just to to say, so during the war, everybody lost somebody.
Yeah.
My father wasn't the only father that was killed. I wasn't the only person that became fatherless. Many people in this country. So on behalf of all my siblings, I just want to say to the Liberian people, y'all nama, sorry. We are sorry. We all mourned together. We all had our respective losses, and I am sorry for everything that happened. And that's one commonality that we all share. We all know trauma. We all know pain, right? So let's use that to come together and put aside the differences, because we all know what suffering is. So let's come together now and start something new. We have a lot of initiatives, a lot of good things. Right now, it doesn't look, it looks like you just, what's going on. I promise you, this time next year, you'll go back to this interview and they'll say that boy, he was talking something. We didn't know it then. You were just over there with him, Cerise, just talking, yama, the pirate in the channel. But this time next year, I promise you, you'll see. My word is my bond.
Let's go more detail into that. I was asking about where will you start up the foundation?
Okay.
Who are those going to be the beneficiaries?
Okay. So we have
and what will be the targets?
So we have three major focuses, three pillars that we like to call in the foundation.
Okay.
The first one is we want to invest in education. Education is the key. Since I've been here, the most emotional part of my trip is seeing the children in their uniforms going to school. That, to me, was so moving. I love children. My father loved children. And to see them going to school, I wanted to just, my pocket, the money that I had, I just want to take it out of my pocket and just give it. They said, hold on, you got to, pay for your hotel. You got to pay for this. You got to pay for this. Let's, take time. So the first pillar is investing in education. I'm sure later in the interview we can talk about the specifics.
No, let's talk about the specifics.
Let's talk about the specifics.
We take them time at a time.
Okay.
What do you want to achieve in that particular education sector you are talking about?
Okay. The first thing is, obviously we want every child to be able to go to school. And we know that there's certain fees that are associated with school costs, enrolling, and different things like that. So the first initiative that we took was to create a scholarship program. And we're going to be in Grand Gedeh. We started in Grand Gedeh. We just started in Grand Gedeh, but obviously we plan to expand to the entire...
that should always be a starting point.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have the scholarship that we are going to present in Grand Gedeh on Thursday.
Okay.
I believe I have some stuff on my page that goes into more detail. But we're going to present that scholarship to the students at Grand Gedeh University.
Okay.
And the School of Agriculture. And Samuel Kando School of Agriculture, who they named after, the program named after my father. Okay. So we want to go ahead and give that, to them, that seed offering. It's not $1 million yet. Yeah. But that's just a seed that we're planting this year, and we have
to tell them that.
Absolutely, to inspire, to rejuvenate, to let the students know that we understand, and the only way this country can progress is through education.
Yeah.
So that's pillar one. Pillar two is to strengthen healthcare. Healthcare. One of my sisters, Miss Nisi Bolden, I hope she doesn't get mad that I said her name, Miss Nisi Bolden Doe. She is a medical doctor in the States.
Okay.
Very accomplished, and I know that's one of her passions. If she had $1 billion, that's what she would come down here and open up a practice. So just utilizing our resources and utilizing the people that we want to start investing. Because how can you go to school if you're sick? And how can you perform the normal functions if there are, especially when it comes to young ladies? We want to make sure that we equip the people with proper health care, whether it be just sanitary equipment, things that, personal items, personal paraphernalia that they need, you know, basic hygiene things, because that's how most things spread.
Would that, I mean, what's the name of the hospital there? Marta taught me also in Swedru. Would that be part of your focus since you're going into health and it is the major referral hospital in that region? Will you reach out to them, have some conversation with them
Absolutely.
on what the needs are
Absolutely.
and how your intervention can be
Absolutely. The purpose of this trip was to come down and assess.
Okay.
You know, a lot of times, especially in America, we think we know everything. Let's do this. No, go to the people, find out what it is that they need, listen to them, and then you come up with a solution to fix it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go down and we're going to talk to the people and listen to what they have to say and work together to provide a solution based on what they say. And that's something that I don't understand why people do things because they think it should be done this way. Listen to the people. The people who live in those conditions understand what their problems are. You know,
And
listen to them.
They make better suggestions.
And they make better suggestions. So listen to them.
So under that healthcare component, you have human development. How do you do that? What is that?
Human development. Human development means essentially you're building this individual through a criteria that you create. You look at the data. What does the average 5-year-old who's accomplished this, what goes into that development? How many hours of sleep is necessary? What type of diet is necessary? When you break down the analytics, the data, you see that a certain number of students perform on this level if they've had this type of opportunity, if they've had this type of diet, opposed to this. So when you talk about human development, you talk about, again, assessing what makes people thrive, what makes children or whoever you're dealing with successful.
So on this, you also talk about youth and sports.
Ooh, my baby. That's my favorite. Like I said, I'm an athlete. My brother Matthew Doe is an athlete as well. He played soccer in London, and he was this close to making a pro team. Honestly, I think he made some. You know, I'm a American football guy, so I don't really understand. So y'all please don't stone me, you know, for not really knowing about the leagues. But he has a passion for sports. Earlier today, we met with the Mighty Borough team.
Yeah.
And we were able to talk to those guys, and I got so emotional just talking to them, seeing the passion in their eyes. It just reminded me of
Was
my
that a team
days.
Your father supported?
Oh, you know, it was a team my father supported. That was his squad. That was his team. So to talk to them and
What historical memories that brought to you? I mean, meeting with Mario Barrow, you want to go into youth and sports development as part of his legacy as a former president of our country.
just walking into that stadium was breathtaking. Obviously, I don't have any memories of going there or attending any games or anything like that to draw from. But just walking in that stadium and knowing how much sports meant to him, and to see that still standing, and to see these young men still pursuing their dream, you know, it was just, again, something that I won't be able to truly digest.
Would you one day like to take up a practice match with them?
Please don't. But actually, if you can record that and send it to the coach, that's suggested, because if it comes from me, that he might listen to it. If it comes from me, you know, but that would be amazing. That would be a dream come true to do that, to put on that color and go out there with those guys.
Yeah, then we'll go to the next pillar. What would that be? Because you said there are three.
Well, so the first one was invest in education.
Yeah, education.
The second one was healthcare, and the third one was to empower the youth through sports and leadership development.
So when do you leave for Grand Gedeh?
When do we leave for Grand Gedeh? We leave tomorrow night.
On Monday?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow night.
Yes.
All right, you're in Grand Gedeh on tomorrow night. What are activities upon your arrival? What do you do? Are you going strictly to Tuzon, or are you going back to, or you're going Zredru?
I'm going to Zredru. I can eloquently try to let you know what the schedule is. If you give me 1 second, I can let you know exactly. But we have a full day. A full day.
That, Max.
Yeah. We have a full day planned.
Now it could be the next one.
So the plan for the day is so we're going to get there Thursday from 8 to 9. We're going to have a family meeting from 9 to 9:15. We're going to visit the Matthew Doe School.
Okay.
9:30, visit the cemetery of my late father. Then we're going to go to the monument. Around 10 a.m., we're going to meet with local authorities. Around 10:30, we'll meet with the Grand Gedeh student universities, the Grand Gedeh University students, and officially launch the scholarship program. Followed by a short meeting with the administration. A press conference will follow on campus. And if there's any time left, we'll go to the Zua Drew High School.
What dignitaries that will be a part of that lunch of your program?
Well, I'm hoping to have my dear cousin, Senator Zopinu, there as well. I believe he might be the only dignitary that will be there besides the individuals already in Grand Gedeh.
Did you send our invitation to somebody else? I mean, like the legislative caucus, the local government authorities there in the county, would they form a part as well?
Oh,
or if they want to be a part, would they?
Absolutely. We have a team on the ground there that handles the logistics in terms of who will be in attendance. We let them do their part. The most important thing that we want to do is make sure that we deliver on what we promised. Let them take care of the logistics. You just do what you say you're going to do. Is the approach that we're taking.
As you take on this, and this is going to be a general discussion. As you take on this foundation, which is going to be, a legacy point of your father.
Yes.
Assistance, his service to Liberia, right. And we are where we are today. What's that thing that you all want to achieve? It's not just about those legacy, but you all who are alive today, the siblings, his relatives and all of those. Tomorrow when you're back in Liberia, you may have succeeded in doing this. What is that thing you want to say?
Well, I believe that the greatest legacy is not what you inherit, but it's what you build. Like Liberia is rising right now. And the Samuel K. Doe Legacy Foundation is committed to building a future that honors every Liberian. The legacy might be in his name, but the people that truly will benefit has to be the people. I believe if we follow through on the commitments, on the promises that we've given, one, that's how you honor somebody's legacy. So when you hear the name Samuel K. Doe, you regardless of political affiliation, regardless of history, what you might think is, oh yeah, the Samuel K. Doe Health Center. That's where I went to have my child or that's where I went to, to have an operation that wasn't necessary. That's who helped me go through college. That's who helped me get to med school. That's who helped me get into a foreign exchange program to send me to the United States. See, we got a lot of stuff got a lot of stuff brewing, and that's another thing as well. Even though we want to develop here in America, because of our partnerships overseas, one of the initiatives that we are taking is we want to. I've been in communication with my president, President Cage, who is the president of West Virginia State University, which just so happens to be one of the best agriculture programs in the nation. In the 50 states of America, West Virginia State University boasts one of the robust agriculture programs. And here you got Grand Gedeh University agriculture program. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that everything happens for a reason. Yeah. So we've been working to establish that relationship so that we can send Grand Gedean students or anybody who wants to participate in agriculture to the States and vice versa. Let's get the people from the States, let's bring them to Grand Gedeh and let us show them how it's done as well. And we trade resources, we trade professors, and we establish that that link.
Yes,
abroad.
Because it gives a broader picture about cultural diversity and these different regions. The short-term plan of your goal is that you're already here. Right. You're going to meet with the people, do assessment for yourself, and know what is possible down here in Liberia.
Correct.
And what you take back, and so forth.
Correct.
What's the term plan? I know the future will be to achieve all of what you want to achieve, but right after this,
Right.
you're going back to the U.S. Some of your siblings are in Liberia. Some will go back with you in the U.S. What's the medium-term plan?
Well, let's go back to when I stated that everything that we've done or that we're giving, that we're donating, is out of our pockets, right? Because we wanted to get this thing off the ground.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to invest in yourself.
Yeah, sure.
Once it's off the ground and individuals understand what it is that we're trying to do, you go back, and that's when we fundraise. That's when we start really lobbying in the States. There's so many companies. You know how the tax system works in America. When it's the end of the tax year, they're looking for these nonprofits to donate so that they don't have to pay taxes. So they're just giving away. They're literally giving away money to these 501c companies or foundations.
Yeah.
So we are going to solicit. We're going to fundraise. We're going to raise the capital to sustain this, because the goal is to continue to build momentum, create a large enough budget overseas that we can. Again, our thing is to give. And money isn't everything, but it helps. So when we get back, we start the fundraising campaign in the States to help fund these initiatives based on the information that we receive from the locals.
When do we see the foundation in full swing, achieving some of the goals you've outlined?
I'm sorry.
When do we see the foundation moving? The processes has begun or have begun, and then you're moving forward, everything.
The truth is, we can only move.
Do you have a timeline?
We have a timeline. We have a structured timeline. However, we don't want to be married to that timeline. If funds are if we are able to gather funds quickly, if we are able to get the Liberian people to believe in what we're doing, those type of things expedite this particular process. So we have a timeline, but we're not married to that timeline. I didn't bring the milestone chart with me, but yes, we have a timeline. We have milestone charts. There are certain deadlines that we want to meet, certain things that we want to have on the ground. We have a huge book bag initiative. Okay. That's one thing that we had to kind of backtrack. We wanted to do a huge book bag initiative first. That was going to be the first, but that would have been something that we just wanted to do. We don't know if they need book bags. What if they need calculators? What if they said, they need laptops? What if they said they need, you don't know, uniforms. You don't know that. So before you invest thousands of dollars, go to the people, find out what they need. So that's why we're coming with, a financial gift first. Okay. And then we assess, and then we can have the calculator giveaway, the uniform giveaway, the whatever they need based on the assessment.
A lot of Liberians listening will want to interact with you, but before that, if you're just joining us, you're listening to the conversation on OKFM 99.5. In our studios today is Mr. Cody T. Kimbado, an international development strategist and community advocate. He has more than 15 years of professional experience. Mr. Doe, a Liberian American, has worked extensively across development sectors and continues to champion community-focused initiative in the United States. Now he's back home in Liberia to serve his country through a foundation that points to the legacy of his father, the late President Samuel Kanya Doe. Well, I know it's going to be decentralized and not just Gedeh alone. You were talking about Liberia. So the vision cut across.
The vision cut across. I would say to visit the terrain, to visit the different counties, and to see the people. Go to Nimba County, see the people, see what the culture is like. Again, start with the apology for everything that has happened. Get low, get on,
which is key,
and connect and create that bond. Go to the different counties, the different regions, and really connect with those people. Learn the culture, learn the tradition. Get on their level and understand. And based on the feedback, you move accordingly. But that's what I would like to do.
That's great. Yes, let's talk to a few people. I saw a lot of people calling from overseas as well. We take them. Hello?
Hello, Chokon.
Yes, sir. Let's hear you. You getting them?
Yeah, good evening to you, Nana,
Just give
brother
me
in
a
studio.
headphone.
I'm
Another
James
one.
Blama
What's the
Kamara.
other one? Yeah.
Yeah, and I joined the conversation from Ghana too. Let me appreciate my nephew. I will consider him to be my nephew.
Sorry.
Our Kimba, and his mother named our
You're
Kimba.
getting
Though is from Lofa, and I'm from Lofa also, and I believe that his mother is, is Bandy. So I say, my nephew, thank you for coming back to give back to your country. Like the journalist said to you, now the issue of your father foundation should be decentralized. It should not only be in Grand Gedeh. I think we expect even some in Lofa in terms of your
At the second home now, you will go there.
yeah, second home. He has to go there because we'll be wishing
Can you
to
just
see
fix
him
it?
anytime soon in Lofa, yeah, so that he can be able to interact with his uncles in Lofa County and some of his brother also in Lofa County there, so that we can see how best we all can help to move this country forward. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Let's not hold the line too long so a lot of people can interact with him. Hello? Hello, are you there? Yes, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, we are hearing you. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. You know, the key standing over there, it brought tears to my eye. Yeah, now I said the key standing over there, it brought tears to my eye. I used to work with SAS, and I was opportune to that guy when he was small, when he was small.
Oh, wow.
In New Jersey, you know. I said it with you on Facebook. I don't really communicate. I used to tell you. And by the 1990, the father wanted to slaughter them. I want to do that, carry them to the mountain. I was April and that day. I even took picture with the president. So I'm proud of him to see my son. I can see my son.
Yeah, if you are in Liberia now, you could be meeting with him, but you're way in Uganda.
Huh?
I say if you were in Liberia, you could be meeting with Telly, but you're way in Uganda, I guess.
No, I'm in the States.
Oh, you're in the States, but you're calling on a Uganda number. All right, thank you. Let's hold you there and talk to this other person from overseas. Hello?
Hey, hello, Trogon.
Yes, let's hear you, please.
Hello, yeah, this is Shelton Trogon. I'm calling you this afternoon from Virginia. Let me say good afternoon to the brother in the studio, and I'm so excited as a proud son of Nima to have had one of the permanent sons of our country back home. I mean, I just want to appreciate him when he said in an introductory, statement that, coming out to apologize for what happened during the war. I mean, brother, you are indeed a professional guy.
That was humanity.
Yeah, the senseless war that we fought in Liberia, there is no name that we should even have a marriage for each other. So I appreciate you for that. And coming back to Liberia, especially as you said from your initial statement, you left from Liberia at the age of 5 and going back. I know the weather, the food,
The best thing we know, colloquial is
weather
food.
how you really cooking with that in Liberia. And I just wish you well. And as we're about to give back to our community, I wish you well. I hope that when you get back, we will be able to talk because, I don't know, I live in your region. I live in the DMV region. So I wish you well, brother.
Thank you.
And have a great day.
Thank you, Shelton Duo. There is calling from the U.S. as well. Hello, let's talk to some local people. Yeah,
Hello.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm calling the ward, and I call from Bentoy.
Yes, well.
Yeah, okay. So I want to say to my brother Doe, welcome, and we're happy to receive you. We, from the Trouble family, also say sorry to the Liberian people as well, because the Tower history and that of the Gold history, the Liberian people know. So I will appreciate that he visits Bentoy, and then we all can have what we call reconciliation.
It's going to be a big reconciliatory meeting.
Yeah, because what happened, it was that from us as children, whatever happened, we need to be in peace.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that. I hope he takes that into consideration. We take this person from. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Let's hear you, please. Where are you calling from? Your name?
This is Intrig Jalo again. I'm calling from Belgium. Choco, I just want to say thank you to the young gentleman in studio. Yeah, we cannot go back to what happened. We are very sad for what happened. Everybody lost in that war. So I'm glad that he mastered the courage and was brave enough to come out and say, "Oh, my people, I am sorry on behalf of my family." And this is a good thing that we see the families from different former presidents are coming up to extend the people hands out there. That's what Liberia is about. We forget about the past and try to build the future in peace and harmony. United we stand, divided we fall. Thank you so much for what you are doing now, trying to give help back to your country. That is very, very good. And yeah, let God just bless every one of us, and I hope our country can get back on track, where we love one another, we treat one another with respect, and we never go back to where we come from. Thank you so much. And your dad was a very intelligent man, so he brought up he runs in the game. Thank you, Jokan.
Thank you, Andrew. And let's talk to this person. Hello.
Jokan, good evening.
Yes, sir. Let's hear you. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and let me appreciate you. I'm Andrew Moses, and I joined the conversation this evening for the office of the National Executive Chairman of CEO on Kerry Street. I want to appreciate your studio guest, Mr. Doe, and I want to say welcome back to the country. For me, I don't see you as an American, I see you as a Liberian.
He's a Liberian, man.
Yeah, this is the only country you cannot be put there for after years being all of
Wow.
So I think you are a direct replica of your father.
Thank you.
Last day before I leave the line, we are following you live on Kerry Street here, and we want you to appear at our center here to better explain to us about your foundation.
Absolutely. Thank you.
It's an intellectual center. It's down the road, but you can make a plan for that later.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay, let's go to this line and see who's here. Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Let's hear you, ma'am.
My name is Nanika Hoffman.
Okay, Nanika, go ahead, please.
Thank you to your guests for coming back to remember a country. I am waiting to promote you from the sporting arena.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Danica is a sports journalist.
Okay.
She's one of our best, female reporters. Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you, please.
All right, let me say thank you to your guests, and I'm welcoming back to Liberia. It's been a while. And
Can you state your name?
Hello, my name is Marcos Wulu, and I'm doing it from Brent Freeway.
Okay.
Okay, my concern is a great initiative coming back to give back to your country, especially your county. It's a great thing, and we appreciate you. We applaud you for that. But my concern has to do with your older sister, Mami. There was a huge family confrontation between your uncle and your cousin. I know, but I really want you to see how better can reconcile and then find reconciliation time that at least there will be a peace for one another, because it was a tough time between doing your father burial, reburial. It was a tough time between the family.
I don't think it was. All right. Yeah, I still remember. Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's hold you there. Talk to somebody else, though that doesn't concern our discussion here today. Hello?
Yes, Choco.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so my name is Marcos again. I joined a conversation from District number 10.
Yeah.
You see, I want to say welcome back into your studio guest. But some of those very people who are calling today and commending the brother for coming home are the very people who voted against the referendum for dual citizenship when that was proposed by the then President George Manuel.
My man, what did bring to us citizenship in here? The conversation is strictly humanitarian basis and everything. But that citizenship bill has not even stopped him from coming home. So we shouldn't come politicize anything here, man. My man, I beg you. Yeah, you won't be political. I'm here for that thing. Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon.
We were talking about a foundation here, and the man has come back to give. You want to talk about? Yeah, go ahead. Are you there?
I want to thank my name is Larry Woods. I want to thank Studio Gedeh for the national league.
Shake up a little bit. You're coming in broken, please.
Yeah, hello, you hear me now?
Much better. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I said my name is Larry Woods. I want to thank your studio guys for the national league decision you have taken to come back and build on his father's legacy. The legacy of Samuel Doe is something that is well founded in Liberia, especially Samuel Doe was instrumental to have introduced multi-party democracy in Liberia that is a cornerstone of our development agenda in this country. So for him to come back and then decide to go to invest in the areas of agriculture, education, sport, and other areas, I think it's a meaningful and coming decision that he has made. I want to appreciate them. I'm going to work along with them so we can all live the legacy of Samuel Doe to have it, highlighted all over Liberia.
Okay. Thank you so kindly, sir. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Flambo Johnson. Flambo, I'm following from Iron Gate, Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
I'm following, and I want to appreciate the brother for coming home. That's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Home, there's nowhere like home. Yeah, there's no place like home. So I want to highly commend him for coming. And God bless him. His endeavor, God bless him. And the goal must be achieved in Jesus' name.
Amen. We say amen like here. Yeah, so we'll take at least a few more calls and then Mr. Doe will come back to respond to all of your comments. I know a lot of people are appreciating him for coming back to Liberia to do some investment, to build upon his father's legacy. I mean, it's an initiative including he and his siblings. So tomorrow night they are off to Grand Gedeh County. They will meet with the family. They will meet with local authorities. They will go to the Grand Gedeh University. They will meet with the Grand Gedeh University Students Association, and then the scholarship program or the foundation, not the scholarship. The foundation will be launched in Grand Gedeh County. Back to America, he says they are going to lobby with philanthropists and other individuals and organizations that would like to support their foundation, and next year everything is going to kick start, and then they'll cut across the country by decentralizing the foundation, which will bring about the legacy of the late President Samuel Doe. You follow, the callers. A lot of people commend you for your stance of apologizing for what has happened, and the hallmark now in Liberia and what we're still struggling with is total reconciliation.
Right.
As you go across these various counties, these regions, what sort of message of reconciliation will you add to your father's foundation as you are a crusader, for that legacy?
I think that
if you're uncomfortable, just take it off. Just put it away.
In person?
Yeah,
because
it's okay.
I'm sorry. Let me apologize. If that's how I sound in person, let me apologize for that too, for my voice. But yes, I think that's where it starts, and I hope I answer your question the right way. But I think that's where it starts. Reconciliation, meeting the individual at their level, at that mental capacity, and once there's something that's called trauma bonding. People that go through certain things together tend to be closer than actual siblings. you know. So what happened in the past, we can really use that to bring ourselves together and truly be united. So again, my goal is to go to these different places and, you know, apologize and for, you know, what happened, and start to build on that relationship and start to earn trust. Because even if I want to do something for you, if you don't trust me, you'll be less likely to you know, to work with me or to accept. You may take it, but you'll take it begrudgingly, and you'll take it, but you won't. I want people to truly see the foundation and see the legacy as something that's genuine, even if only one person benefits from it. You know what I mean? Let that one person say he was telling, you know.
How long do you stay in Liberia?
So I will only be here up until next Tuesday. Unfortunately, fortunately, you know, had this break in my work schedule to, you know, to come up here. But, you know, I really anticipate coming back more frequently. But obviously that depends on, you know,
which will really connect you with the people.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're frequent.
Absolutely. So
you gotta go back to Tuzo and eat some of those things you used to eat.
Yeah, and go, I mean, I'll be honest.
Mommy been eating a lot here, so don't mind.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I love people, man. I'm a communicator, and that's one thing I really want to say that caught me off guard when I came here. How nice the people are. You know, since I've been here.
That's the Liberia you left.
Yeah, that's the Liberia. I mean, the people are so welcoming and so nice. And then I go back to America where people look at me like, you know, so nobody cares, man.
It's a different life.
It's a different. Everybody you want to go to America, but this is it.
A lot of people don't understand what happens over
there. Yeah, this is it. So we can build this country, you know, if we can, you know, just get the basics. You don't take a lot.
Yeah.
Just the basics in healthcare, the basics in infrastructure, the basics. You know, this place. We would have to fix our borders to stop people from coming in. That's how amazing this place can be.
What's your own assessment about the country since you returned? I mean, in terms of how it looks now and what the potential.
Okay. Well, for the most part, that's a two-part answer. I feel very safe in this place. You hear a lot of, you know, you hear rumors, you hear stereotypes overseas, but you get here.
It's different.
You've been to New York before. I've been to
Washington.
Washington. Okay, you've been to Washington. You know how the streets are. You know how there are places that you can go and your spirit will know. Hey, let me hurry up and get out of here because this is not a good. I don't feel that in Liberia at all. You know, and you know my mom. You know, I talked to my mom. How you doing? You okay? You okay? You know, are you being safe? I said, Mom, when I come home, that's the time you should ask me if I was safe. You know, but that's the number one thing. Just the safety, the safeness.
How did she feel when she knew you were coming to Liberia?
Initially, I think she always knew that this time would come. She's at the end of the day, she's a mom. You know, and I'm her firstborn. So even though I'm 40, she still look at me like I'm 5 years old.
Yeah.
So she was
every mother would do that.
Yeah.
Too.
So she was very hesitant in letting me come because she as well is going through her own trauma. You know what I mean? And my job now is when I go home to help reconcile with her. You know, let her close that chapter.
Yeah.
So that we can open this new chapter.
Hope you bring her back one day.
Oh yeah, I will bring her. I'll bring her.
Well, you're going to see your uncles in Lofa.
Oh yeah, I was able to see Senator Zala today, and
Senator Wozako.
Representative Safar today. So the greeting from Lofa too. We talk about Grand Gedeh a lot, but I'm 50-50, 50% Lofa and 50% Grand Gedeh.
Do you speak any of the dialects? I've been crying.
I was hoping you didn't ask that question because I don't want to embarrass myself.
No, you were just 5 when you left.
Yeah, I was just 5. So y'all please give me grace. You know, I can't.
That's why you have to come on often.
Yeah, but you know, it's like, you know, I tell them, please teach me. And you know, is so that's something I'm gonna have to do to, you know, to at least learn a little bit of each. You know, I'm surrounded by Lo-Fi women when I go home, so so I can probably speak a little. I can understand Lo-Fi a little bit, tiny bit, but definitely more than
Okay.
Bundy, yeah.
Great. Before we leave, what would be your parting comments? I mean, as you
Okay.
bid forward to the show.
First and foremost, thank you for the welcome to the entire country of Liberia. Thank you for embracing me. I was skeptical. I was nervous before I came, but you guys opened your arms. Everybody. It didn't matter what county, what region, what tribe. Everybody opened their arms to me, and I don't know if I've ever felt so welcome in my life than this short period here. So I just personally want to thank the entire country of Liberia for that warm welcome. And I promise that the things that we talked about today, as the good Lord lives, will come to pass. And this will be, chapter 1 in a mini chapter, a book. And the end of Liberia will be better than the start.
Do you look forward to meeting with President Boakai before leaving?
Man, absolutely.
Have you made a contact?
Oh, we've tried. We've made different contacts. He's a busy man.
Very busy.
He's a very busy man, and so we respect his time. If he finds time to meet with us, it would be the highlight of my 40 years to meet him and to thank him for what he's done and how he's inspired and rejuvenated my family. To meet him would be the proverbial ribbon on the top, bow on the top.
Okay. Again, we say thank you for coming, and out of God's blessing as you leave the show and make your way to Grand Gedeh. Safe journey.
Thank you for having me.
Great. This is how we conclude this edition of the OK Conversation, and we have had with us Mr. Kuli T. Kimbado, an international development strategy and community advocate with more than 15 years of professional experience. He's also the son of our former president, Samuel Kayando. Hope we had a very nice conversation. Join us tomorrow for another edition of the program. Blessing Nimne was here, and along with April and Conan, the streamers on social media. My name is Trokon Repu. Baba, coming up next will be our news program.